Okay, hi everybody. Happy Mother's Day out there to all the mothers. It's a beautiful day here in Bisbee, Arizona. And I heard Mary in Rhode Island. It's a reading for someone named Mary in Rhode Island and whoever else might be needing whatever this message is going to be. Shuffling the cards, reading from my handmade Marseille ancient deck. Mary in Rhode Island. Card came out. That card came out. And that card. Okay. All right, little 3-card spread here. The first card represents the recent past. Again, I was hearing Mary in Rhode Island. It's a beautiful card. It's the 6 of Pentacles. So anytime I see a 3 or 6 or a 9, that's one of the master numbers of the 369 grid, which operates the universe. So we're in tune with the way things are in this reality in which we live. So, okay, Pentacles are the earth sign, and they're depicted as coins in the card, so it can represent your financial life. Again, it's anything that's physical in the physical realm. It's the earth sign, so it could be your body, your living situation. Oftentimes, it's your financial life, physical resources with which you can create. So 6 is an even number, which means it's on the feminine side, resides on the left side of the body, represented by dark blue. It's intuitive, passive energy. And the number 6 in numerology stands for compassion, cooperation, and harmony. I always think of the word monad when I see the number 6. And your monad is your soul group. It's this group of souls. You come in at the same time, and you're destined to meet each other in your lifetime. You will at some point pull yourselves to each other to help each other out. You have work to do together. So for Mary in Rhode Island and whoever else this may be for, in the recent past, maybe you've drawn to yourself, you've met certain people that you feel highly resonant with that are helping on the earth side. So this could be business partnerships, very, very harmonious collaborations with people. So remember, 2 perfect squares. The tarot is the double square format. The top square is the sky. It represents your spirituality. And the bottom square is the ground. The middle square is that in-between state where the human resides, because we bridge the sky to the ground through our heart. The middle of the card representing the heart chakra. So I see a group of 4 coins here in the middle, and then these 2 separated coins on the top and the bottom. I also see in perfect symmetry the Holy Trinity, the triangle, on the top and on the bottom. So there's a lot going on numerically in this card. So let's start with the center where the heart is. There's an orange dot in the middle of the card. And orange, again, is a mixture of yellow and red. Red represents divine masculine active energy, and yellow represents logic, intellect, and idea. So it's when you put what you've learned into action that you get orange. You mix the red and the yellow, and you get orange, which represents fulfillment to me. So there's fulfillment right in the middle of the heart, surrounded by this beautiful spinning vortex of light blue spiritual flowers with these little centers of divine feminine intuition. Little tiny red petals, right? So this again symbolizes flow state to me. This is balance. The four here representing the 4 minors, the 4 elements, earth, wind, fire, and water. So when you're in balance and when you're in flow and you've got this vortex spinning around, the actions you need to take present themselves and they come naturally. There's no force, right? Flow is the opposite of force, and force never works in the universe. Growing out of this beautiful center in equal directions, and again, this card has no reverse because it's pretty, it's symmetrical and balanced. But these white stems, right? And I talked yesterday about color in the tarot, and white represents purity, right? White light contains all the frequencies of all the other colors within it. So there's this purity growing out of this vortex around the heart center. And as that grows, there's more spiritual knowledge blooming, and it births these beautiful leaves, this foliage of intuitive spirituality and fulfillment. Again, 4 small red dots of action. So I think some of this card is saying when you're in the energetic flow state and your vibration is right, your mindset is right, the heart and the brain are coherent, and you're emotionally taking care of yourself, you automatically raise yourself to bring these people into your life that are very compassionate, cooperative, and harmonious with your vision. And the actions that you need to take place will just fall in line, and you'll know, you'll be guided what to do. I also see in the center of this card, the center square here, the 4 coins, right? And 4, remember, represents stability, application, and formation. So there's this very stable center around this heart with the vortex around it. And then birthing out of that, these 2 protected coins, both on the sky and on the ground, are these extra 2 coins. So I love that I see the 3 on the top half, the mirrored 3 on the bottom half, and the 4 in the middle. It's just a really balanced card. So for Mary in Rhode Island and whoever else resonates with this reading, the 6 of Pentacles is a very positive card. And I believe that there's been some growth in financial abundance recently, and that's come from a very happy, joyous flow state of just knowing that your people are going to show up and the universe is going to provide you with what you need. There's a lack of fear in this card, which is pretty important in this current times in which we live. I think fear is a big no-no. So anyway, moving on to the present moment, moving from this beautiful 6 of Pentacles energy into the present moment, we have Major Arcanum 1. It's an odd number. This is the Magician, La Bateleur. The number 1 is all in potential. It's the beginning of a new cycle. And since this is a major arcanum, there's 22 major arcanum in the tarot and then 56 minors divided into the 4 suits. So when you have a major arcanum in a 3-card spread, this is the most important card. It's the trump card. It's the one you want to pay the most attention to. The Magician's a wonderful energy, right? It's about creation. You can see that he's identified the masculine and feminine properties of himself. On the left side of his body is the color blue, dark blue, and on the right side of his body is the color red. Blue is divine feminine, red is divine masculine. So it's clearly shown here about the sides of the body. With the masculine feminine balance. So I don't feel that the Magician is neglecting any pieces of himself. He's kind of figured out who he is. He's fiddling on his receptive side this little yellow marble. And yellow representing logic, intellect, and idea. This is a new idea that he's kind of fondling, right? He's kind of thinking about something new. He wants to create something. And he's looking back at the past, right? The image is reversed in this, so apologies for that. But he's looking toward the past, which would put the 6 of Pentacles over here. So he's looking at this card. So the 6 of Pentacles and these people showing up maybe helped inspire him to understand what to create here. His 6-fingered hand is holding this magic wand, and that's on the active side of the body. So he's receiving this new idea represented by this yellow marble, and he's got his magic wand, which is the light blue color of spirituality with these intuitive knobs on the end. All of his tools are laid out on the flesh-colored table coming out of the light blue spiritual bag. So this is about having all of your tools in front of you, all in potential. You can create whatever you want, right? So he kind of has to nurture this yellow marble and figure out what he really wants to create, because he has everything laid out in front of him. And they're sitting on a flesh-colored table. So this is your tools in the earthly realm, in the incarnation in the human world here. You can see under the table the yellow vaginal portal. This is the birth of consciousness. This is us piercing through the veil into this existence. Now, he's also got some green here on his arms, and his legs are green. So our legs are how we move through the world. And green is a mixture of blue and yellow, which is solar plexus and throat. speaking your will. It's also the color of the heart chakra, green. Green is it's rebirth, it's emergence. It's the leaves coming out on the trees after a long winter. It's your higher self emerging. So he's got some rebirth coming here too. And again, since this comes after the Six of Pentacles, this energy is influencing, it's inspiring this. These people that came in to help with the earthly realm are maybe a confidence boost that I can do this. I can create whatever I want. So he's appreciating the past and looking at it and just kind of figuring out what to do with his newfound consciousness of his creator self. His feet are yellow, so he touches the ground with his new intelligence, rebirth of intelligence, green and yellow. The ground, like the table, is earth. So this is very much about being grounded. It's very much about learning how to play in the earthly incarnation, not letting life beat you up anymore, but really taking charge of it and understanding that you can create whatever you want. And if you notice where his feet touch the ground, there's red patches. So again, that's divine masculine active energy. He's about ready to do something. Even though one foot is splayed toward the past and the other toward the future, he's not really moving forward yet, but he's turning that way and he's realizing what can be done. And there's some active ground beneath his feet connected to this new intelligence symbolized by yellow. Orange, plants of fulfillment sprouting out of this ground. And the table upon which all of his tools are set are supported by, again, that holy trinity number of 3 light blue spiritual legs. So this is about learning how to manifest the magician. And it came after the Six of Pentacles, 2 very positive high vibration cards. And 1 being an odd number is also an active energy. So something's brewing here and you're starting to create something. And moving into the near future, again, I heard Mary in Rhode Island for some reason, but this reading can be for whoever it wants to be for. We're moving into the 4 of Cups. So a 6, a receptive number, 1, a major arcanum active number, and we're moving back into receptivity in the Cups energy. Cups are the water sign. It represents your emotional life. It's how you receive love from divine and how you give it back to others and also yourself. So again, the number 4 represents stability, application, and formation. Kind of reminds me of these 4 pentacles in the middle of the card that we had on the first card and the 6 of Pentacles. So stability, application, and formation in the Cups is about emotional stability, right? 4 walls, very stable. So another very positive card. Mary, you're doing good. You're going to create something that's going to bring you emotional stability. No more panicking, no more freak out, no more poverty consciousness. But stability in your emotion. And emotions come from thoughts, right? Neuropeptides travel down your spine when you think a thought. Connects you to your heart, which tells you how to feel emotionally. So emotional stability also is highly connected to mental stability. In fact, it's the result of mental stability. So I see 2 distinct groups of 2, right? Any way you cut the card, there's 2 cups, and 2 is balance, duality, and partnership. So there's balance in the upper half of the card, which is how you receive love from God or divine, and then how you give it back on the ground. Very balanced here. Also balanced on the masculine and feminine side of the card if you cut it down the spine. So always paying attention to the center of the card. The spine of the card represents our spine. It's Kundalini energy. There's action at the crown, a bit of new knowledge coming in here, which is growing the spiritual energy, splitting off into these intuitively fulfilling leaves with little red veins of action, but way more intuitive energy here. And then where the heart chakra lives, an explosion of emotional intelligence here. This is knowledge being put into action, yellow, knowledge, red, masculine action, right? And yellow and red make the orange, tons of orange in the Cups energy, which is fulfillment. And then growing out of that is just ever more, and then it blooms at the crown with this beautiful flower of intuitive spiritualization in the crown. So a crown chakra and a heart chakra activation, and some, that's more of that heart-brain coherent stuff that I can see here represented by those 2 flowers. So, Mary in Rhode Island, you've come from the Six of Pentacles energy, which is bringing people to you, drawing the people to you in your soul group to help you in the physical realm. The Pentacles represent the earth energy, and six is compassion, cooperation, and harmony. You're creating something new, just getting started on a brand new major cycle, realizing the power that you have in creating whatever you want. And that creation is leading to Four of Cups, which is emotional stability, brain and heart coherence, and all very, very positive cards here. So that's my little reading for the day. I hope you liked it. All right, I'll do more soon. Bye.